Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. Today's starting pitcher, it's Walker Buehler.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And a swing and a miss.
Oh, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Got him swinging.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
One out, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, you got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the #3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
And that is that. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. And we're back here at Fenway Park, and towing the slab, Steven Matz. What should we keep an eye on here?
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be, because guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Right through there for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Out to short, Win. Fires across the diamond, 1 up, 1 down. Check out the Red Sox lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes, and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And Arenado makes the catch.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Bregman.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Alex Bregman. That one missed. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 outs, base is empty.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
And that skips into dirt. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. High chopper to third. Arenado fires over to first. And they get Bregman for the out. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Boston. We played an inning. No score. Back here in Boston. And now the veteran third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Here's a 1-2. Just misses with that one.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Buehler deals. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California. Stays alive. The wind of the pitch. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
In the air, right side. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Center field. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
Next to hit, Luken Baker. Buehler turns, kicks, fires. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a 1-out double for the first hit of the game.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
1 out, runner at second. And now the DH, Jordan Walker. Fouls one off, 2-2. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Thomas Sajazi next up for the Cardinals. 2 outs. Right through there for a strike. That's inside.
2-2.
No score here in the second. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. And now the first baseman, Tristan Casas.
The first baseman.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Next offering is fouled back. That misses the zone. 2-2. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
And that just misses. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name, and that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
So Jay-Z. And quickly one away in the second. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. 2-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball at the knees. Now at the plate, Rob Refsnyder. Win. On to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Red Sox go down quietly. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at Fenway Park, and stepping in is the speedy Victor Scott. Buehler fires. Hit in the air out to center field. And there's one away.
Batting up, the shortstop, Mason.
Now it's the shortstop, Mason Wynn. That one at 95 missed up top, and it's 2-1. Line drive, and it goes just foul. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Now batting, left fielder.
So the batting order turns over. Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. Buehler winds and fires. That one ripped. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. Up the middle, that's a hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So 2 down. Here comes Wilson Contreras. Here's a 1-1. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Back there and out of here. He deposits that one into the monster seats. A 2-run homer, and they add a couple more. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
2 outs, nobody on. Here's Nolan Arenado. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Baker.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Luken Baker. Late with the swing there. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Arenado off of first with 2 away. And they'll do it again. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break, but they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 3-0. Back inside Fenway Park as we go to the last of the 3rd. Stepping in, number 28.
Campbell.
On the ground to 3rd. And that's just foul.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
To first, they get him, but it was pretty close.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Here's the second baseman, David Hamilton. 1 down, base is empty. That's to 3rd. Arenado to first, in time. 2 up, 2 down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there, and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
2 down, base is empty. And stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. Gonna count 1 and 2. And that's in the dirt. On the ground, right side. Baker takes it himself. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here in Boston, and now it's going to be Jordan Walker.
So, Boog, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that sliding catch in the corner by Tom Brudansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's one of the things that I'll think about in terms of memories from going to college and going to Fenway. Misses, and the count's full.
Full count.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Walker Buehler will depart, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the Red Sox.
So the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Garrett Crochet.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Now it's the second baseman, Thomas Sajazi.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
This one in the air. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Victor Scott now at the plate. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think this runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Ow!
That's just a perfect catch and throw right there. You get a guy with that kind of speed trying to take second. He's got such a good arm back there, but that had to be on the money. Pressure situation, if you will, right on top of it.
And that one is lifted in the air. Sizing this one up. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down that time. On now to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Red Sox nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Jarren Duran. Ball to strike. The pitch. Drag bunt back towards the mound. Gets it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Inside. And the count's even at 2. The Red Sox hitless so far in the game. That one 95 to finish him off.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Third baseman, Alex Bregman.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Alex Bregman. That misses. 2-1. Next offering is fouled back. And it remains 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus. But
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Back now at Fenway. Here's the shortstop at the play. Mason Wynn. What about the fans at Fenway? Would they let you have it from time to time?
They're definitely intelligent baseball fans, which is awesome. They're not waiting for something to happen. They can smell a big inning or anticipate a situation setting itself up. One thing I found that was very cool was making a great play to end the inning and running off the field and getting a standing ovation, even at times when you're not a player on their team. As long as you're not winning, they will celebrate and applaud a great play on the field. These fans here, they love and respect baseball.
Digging in, Lars Nootbaar. Late that time, it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runner at first with no outs here. And that one in the air center field. 1 away.
Now batting, the catcher, Ivan Herrera.
And up next for St. Louis, Ivan Herrera. Now a screamer into the outfield. Drops into the glove. 2 away down. Here's Contreras now.
The center fielder, Wilson Contreras.
Wynn leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. So 1 left for the Cardinals, but they lead at 3-0. Back here at Fenway, and here's the first baseman, Tristan Casas. Hit hard on the ground to short. The throw to first, out. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Trevor Story now. Next pitch is downstairs.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Draws the walk there. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Well, that's a really good take right there. And that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have 1 more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Snap throw to first. Story back in on a dive. In the dirt, blocked. Story on the move. Pitch is low. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's the center fielder. Cut on and missed. Good changeup right there. 1-2. Man on second, 2 down. Outside. The count now 2-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And that's a base hit. Story on his way home. He's safe. And it's now a 2-run game.
Well done. Drives in the run. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
So runner at second, 2 down. So stepping in for Boston, David Hamilton. That one close, ruled the ball. 2-1. Just missed. Connor Wong in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Steven Matz is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Sonny Gray. This is his 3rd time out this year.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
First and second, 2 outs. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. And the count 1-2. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's Nolan Arenado. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that's outside. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
And now the first baseman, Luken Baker. Swing and a ground ball. Off balance feet. There's one. How about that double play?
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's the Cardinal DH, Jordan Walker. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. His second of the year, and they add a run. It's 4-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Base is empty with 2 away. Thomas Sajazi next up for the Cardinals. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. Just off the inside edge.
3 balls, 1 strike.
In the air, right field. Ref Snyder settles under it. Corrals it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 4-1. You're dialed into the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now batting Jarren Duran. Singing, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Ground ball, left side. Arenado to first, in time. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. Here's Rafael Devers. The Cardinals leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. That one way inside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And a 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Popped up. Win. Nabs it, and there's 2 away.
Third baseman number 2, Alex Bregman.
Now it's Alex Bregman. Curveball over for a called strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, first baseman.
Now batting Tristan Casas. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Red Sox 1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
32.
Justin Wilson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now it's the right fielder, Victor Scott.
The right fielder.
This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Next pitch is outside.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
That one drilled left field. Durant going back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Now batting. Shortstop,
Mason Wynn. Next up for the Cardinals. Swinging a foul straight back. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Two down, base is empty. Lars Nootbaar digs in now. Inside, almost got him.
Hey.
2 outs. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So they make short work of him there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Red Sox 1.
Now pitching.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th.
62.
Kyle Leahy.
Kyle Leahy.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. The Red Sox in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Curve in the dirt. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That one down the line, and it stays fair.
Now batting, right fielder.
And now the right fielder, Rob Refsnyder.
Refsnyder.
And a swing and a miss there.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the green monster. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles, just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And maybe they've got something going here, trying to get back into this one.
And now the center fielder, Next offering is down low.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one the other way. A dive, and he can't haul it in. One run across. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. 2 runs are in.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Kyle Leahy will depart, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
John King gets the ball now.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Runner at third, nobody out. Here's the second baseman, David Hamilton. And ball 4 to a board.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
So the tying run in scoring position now. And now Connor Wong.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
And it's strike 2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
That one missed.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And it's filled up.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. On the ground. Nice stop. Over to first. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
I know they called Ozzie Smith the wizard, but Nolan Arenado, he's a wizard over there at the hot corner. Seems like we see him make plays like this on a daily basis.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. That one to first, Baker. And he's safe at first. Great hustle to win the foot race there.
You got to love his hustle down the line to beat the flip to the bag. I mean, there's a lot going on between a first baseman and the pitcher during these plays, and he just kept his head down and beat it out.
High leverage spot, and here comes the dangerous Rafael Devers. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
And in this critical spot, up steps Alex Bregman. 2 on, 2 outs. Line drive. They get the force. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. But they score 3 times to even it up. 8th inning coming up. And we are tied 4-4. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Greg Weissert.
Now pitching for the Red Sox, number 57, Greg White.
And now the Cardinals catcher, Ivan Herrera.
Ivan Herrera.
Tied at 4. And that's off the outside edge. And a count 2-1. And that's downstairs and outside. Action in the pen down there. Zach Kelly preparing to come on if needed. Slate getting cranked up as well. Yeah, big swing and a miss. 3-2 now. That one the other way. And that gets down for a base hit. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Go-ahead run on base. Wilson Contreras. Next up for the Cardinals.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one misses. 2 balls and a strike. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
And he walked him. And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base.
Well, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
Outside low, and it's 2-1.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
On the ground to the left, down the line, and it's foul. And that one ripped into right. And it's just foul. That was close. Two now. Fair ball. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
First and second, no outs. And here's the first baseman, Lucan Baker. That one off the mark, and now 3-1.
You know, these Cardinals, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Fought off foul. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, but it's not in time, and they just get 1.
Now that designated hitter, Jordan Walker.
Traffic on the bases with one already in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Got him swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Thomas Saggese next up for the Cardinals. Contreras, the runner at third. Baker on at first with 2 down. Fly ball to right. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 5-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, JoJo Romero.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off,
well, 1-run game, and now the first baseman, Tristan Casas. Looking to get the tying run on base. Strike 2.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Got him. And a key out leading off the bottom of the 8th.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Here's Trevor Story. And a count 1-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And a foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Well struck left field. And it hits off the monster. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. JoJo Romero gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So they turn to their closer, Ryan Helsley.
Now
pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Looks like we've got a substitution at second. And here's the pinch runner, Romy Gonzalez. So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the center fielder. Red Sox with a chance to tie it up. That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 3.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Now into the ball game on defense, Romy Gonzalez. He takes over in right.
Now pitching for the Red Sox,
Sean Newcomb on to pitch here.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now Victor Scott.
A
little surprised they don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
And Newcomb fires. Not even close there. Ball 2. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Garrett Whitlock, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Slayton getting loose as well. Next offering is in for a strike. That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to do better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Way high. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. One down, base is empty. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
A chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
1-2 now. And that's too high.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Sends it to first. And the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Red Sox 4. Back in Boston, now it's the second baseman, David Hamilton.
The second baseman, David.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
One-run game, bottom 9. In the dirt, 2-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That finds the mark on the inside corner.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one is back and gone. A shot to the opposite field. His first homer of the year, and we are all tied up. It's 5-5. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And here is Connor Wong, and that one fouled off.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
So digging in, Jarren Duran. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. To the right side. Tosses to first. And there are 2 outs.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Devers now. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Swing and a miss.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Trying to send this extra innings. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That ball's carrying. Wow! Ball game! A solo shot. And the Red Sox get a walk-off win, 6-5.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.